Alright guys, welcome back to episode 8 of our Borgio campaign, and the Corn Wars do continue, so we need to do a little bit of housekeeping and level up our characters. So here's the dreaded Piccolo. Oh, we can have ancillaries. Oh, dude, for some reason I thought it was like grayed out, but I guess I did not read it. Alright, Piccolo will be the hunter. Yes, he'll be the hunter and have the pit fighter. Yes. Rise, Piccolo, rise. I'm like sure he can't have any items though, right? Oh my god, no way? Are those not grayed out? Okay, we can give Piccolo some gear, it looks like. Yes. Okay, I am just a crazy man. So today we learned. All right, so let's go ahead and go capture Captain's Adventure for mercenary captains. And then we're also going to get the arts promoter for the research. Yeah, so we can research a little bit quicker. Should be very, very nice. Piccolo OP, dude. He's very strong. And you can see the tech tree is getting a little bit shorter now.
How should we proceed?
Alonzo is here also. Let's go ahead and get replenished troops maxed out. We got a ton of experience in those fights, and there's going to be more to come as well. He's not level 20, this guy, so yep. And then our Meridia Priestess, she did get the Destroyer of Eternities. Quite a bit stronger on the fighting side of things. And then we can go ahead and get the Armorer. Okay. Jade Wizard, he's just missing a talisman. He's got some good gear too. He's got a Trickster's Helm. Oh boy, he was pretty tanky in that last fight. Most wizards would have been karate chopped pretty quickly by the Blood Brute Behemoth, but not he. Yeah, not that we're probably going to do anything with those. We'll see, maybe we will eventually. He's almost level 40, geez. And Borgio, last but not least. So for Borgio, we are going to get Rally, and then we're going to go get the Survivors, which gives us ammunition per experience rank for all units. Yes, and then the strongest is weapon strength for all units and reload time. Great. So those are going to be buffing the boys up, and we'll be ready to fight again in a moment. Now, I decided at the end of the last episode, we started upgrading Miragliano here, but instead I'm going to go to Lucini, and I'm going to upgrade the Acropolis, because what that will do is that is going to be unlocking Lorenzo Lupo once we get the fortified Acropolis. So I think that's going to be a little bit more fun. And yeah, we can get another army with him, muster it, and we can attack Corn, you know, from this region. We'll see how we decide to play it out. But regardless, yeah, the sweatiness continues, guys. So question here, how do I want to play this? We got two Corn armies here, one of which is very raggedy. The city garrison, they have what appears to be a full erect army in the city there at the Black Tower of Arkan. I should be able to get it with all my, like, with sieging is actually easier than open field against Corn. I could bring another army in, but in doing so, I wouldn't be able to use Lightning Strike and cut off the reinforcements out here or out here. Because, yeah, they're both reinforcing right now. It's tricky, man. It's a bit tricky. And we have some options we could do here, but I don't think so. Yeah, do we want to get the Cannoneers eventually? Half Pikes, Pavis Crossbowmen. And this one is going to give us the... Yeah, I'd like to get to the Republican Guard, but probably just going for Horde Growth. It's going to be a little bit better, although I think we did that at the end of the last episode. Okay. All right, so strategies, are there any relevant ones? That's right, over here I was destroying that temple, I believe? No, we were going to get, that's right, we were going to get something different here, but it's fine. We can get some more characters as we were planning. And then I can recruit a character from my camp here, so let's recruit a hero. Noble is always good, and Monster Hunter is nice too, but we'll go ahead and get the Noble Mercenary from that camp. And he is going to head over and join that army. Okay. So yeah, I think we got to hit the city. We got to lightning strike that. And then it's just going to be these two garrisons. I'm pretty sure we can do this, especially since they're inside walls. It just makes it so much easier. Because we just cannon down the towers and then SE smash them in a blob with like final transmutations and things like that. And we can crossbow from over the towers. We're pretty damn close to getting our fancy crossbows too. Yeah, I think we get the Tilean Supremacy, and then we can, that's going to be range increase, although, yeah, let's maybe rush the OP crossbows, the weaponized fireworks. Yeah, I think that's better. I mean, the range increase is nice and all, but yeah, I think that's going to be a little bit stronger. All right, so Borgio's going to go here. We're going to lightning strike that. And yeah, that should be the garrison. And let's give them the business. How cool is this? We got Braganza's besiegers besieging this mighty settlement. All right, so where are the best areas? This is a pretty good spot to attack, actually, right here. Yeah, and there's a point there. Okay, anything we want to do on the other side? I mean, oh, this is actually probably a better spot, honestly. Okay, so we're going to get the cannons. We got to be kind of cagey and ratty here, guys. And our poor pikeman formation. Those guys, they've been through many wars. They fought Scarbrand. They fought like another huge Corn army. Those guys have seen some shit. But a lot of our units are high chevrons now, which is great. So we're going to get you back here with the boys, so you can go with them. And then we're going to get Piccolo and our Harry Potter, who's very damaged. We're going to get some healing. Get you guys here. Go see if we can find anything in the sky. And that's right, we have this cool dragon character. Yeah. What's his name? Let's see. Asarnil, the Dragon Lord? Okay. And everybody else just going to be kind of chilling out in the back. All right, so let's get the cannons going. We'll start hammering down the towers out of the gates. And we want to get the crossbows to waddle up first. Okay, so you guys are going to go. Let's get our SEs, get you. And Piccolo can shoot at the towers here. Yeah, he could just shoot at the towers, I think. There we go. Okay, so let's pause this. And we're going to go look for picks. Sieges, ironically, are much easier. Yeah, much easier here. All right, Piccolo can use his tank here. And remember, Piccolo does have restock too, so homie's going to be able to restock us. All right, so that tower is down, and not that we really need to. So we can punch a hole in the walls now. Although, let's go ahead and use our crossbows to their heart's content here. Piccolo is going to be advancing up, and as far as other targets go, do they have any flying units? They don't really. Okay, so we can take the dragon in, get some breath attacks on some of these elite units, and namely the Slaughter Guard are going to be pretty important to get. So once we get the wall down, we can move in and start doing some shenanigans with our single entities. Let's actually have our cannons hold fire for now. Because I don't know if Khorne's going to like rush out a little bit more, but we'll get a breath attack on the Slaughter Guard right there. Outstanding, and that should be pretty good. So yeah, we can take our Air Force and go look for freebies around the city. Is he going to do the breath attack? He is. And oh, look at the AI using dreaded dodging tactics, dude. Okay, so Harry Potter, he's very low, so he's going to go ahead and drop a regrowth on himself and get him topped off here. And we can fly up into the city and look for some opportunities to just hunt stuff down with our big, scary squad. In the meantime, our crossbows are just going to feast on them. I wish we had the explosive ammo, but yeah, it's funny. I started the campaign, and then somebody in the comments was like, did you know about the explosive ammo? I'm like, no. Because I've never, usually when I play these modded campaigns, I've never played them before. It's like I'm learning with you guys. So look at the crossbows up, putting in some work right there. Not bad at all. All right, Piccolo's there. He can start working on the wall. Which wall were we hitting here? I can't remember which one we were actually shooting at. Was it this one? Yeah, it was that one there. Okay, so you can slowly work on it. All right, so we're going to take the boys up. We're going to go look. And what do we got here? We got some halberds. And then we have some Prince of Slaughter. What the hell is that? Okay, that's just like a unit over there. And then we have another unit of bloodletters up there, which we can farm. Okay, great. So the crossbows are feasting, because we have to be very ratty with this fight, guys. Like, very ratty. This is not actually super easy here. All right, so you guys can fast forward, go after that unit. Should be able to tear them to shreds pretty quickly between the group of you. So they're paying the iron price. The AI is going to be struggling to respond to our mobility. We're going to run up this way. Could have sworn there was a bloodletter unit over there. Pretty sure there is. At least he was up there before. Yeah, let's go get them. Okay, crossbow's still feasting. And we can restock with Piccolo. Could have sworn he had restock. Did he not? Maybe he had an item that had restock and we no longer has it. Regardless, damage is being done. You guys are getting the sweaty campaign now. It's getting sweaty. This Khorne stack is pretty savage. They got a lot of stuff. All right, so that bloodletter is going to be down for the count. That's one less unit we got to deal with. Towers are being upgraded, so now let's come over here and pound this tower out. Make sure nothing funky happens, because those things will actually do some damage to us. I don't think anything's hitting our besiegers. They're just besieging to their heart's content. Yep, another demon's going to be biting the dust here. Let's go over there, get the tower down, knock them down. Should be able to get it pretty quickly with all those units. Yeah, it's getting circle beaten pretty good. And then we need to go back and get that other tower too, the piercing one. This character, yeah, the walls are almost down. Let's get the cannons to help there. I think we can start the onslaught. I don't know if Khorne's going to rally out. We'll have to see. Okay, fast forward to the tower. Then you homies are going to go get this one. And then we can continue looking for Khorne units. Got to be very, very patient here. Earthblood, is it worth it? Borgio auto heals. He's really not worth the heals. And now we can put our character, our engineer homie, he can go right there and then just shoot through the breach at whatever we can get. All right, so that tower's going to get it. Let's get that tower down right there. Very nice. And then we got to get that tower down to the back also. Just really, really playing the long game here, guys. Making sure all their towers are offline. All right, that's got to be one there. That one is destroyed. And is homie able to shoot through and hit anything? The crossbows are, yeah, they're melting shit, man. They've been melting stuff, but they're going to be running out of ammo. So the time for that is nigh here. So let's actually destroy one more wall segment to get a little bit of a better angle there. And now what do we have on the ground? We have some Slaughter Guard, yeah. Slaughter Guard are a menace. I mean, we could maybe Alpha Strike them, but let's get the Dragon to do the breath attack. Let's go get that cannon tower right there. They have actually good towers. Yeah, the Khorne is not messing around here. So crossbows. Braganza's Besiegers. I mean, they're in their natural habitat. Let's get them set up like so. That tower is going to get it. And then we need to look for something that is not a Slaughter Guard unit. Oh my god, the freaking cannons everywhere. Jeez Louise. All right, let's go get you on this tower here. You guys have almost gotten this one down. Let's fast forward a little bit while we get that, and then you're going to go over there and get this. Okay. So crossbows and crossbows. Keep melting stuff. We do have the flash bomb. More healing is available. Our poor companies, mercenaries back there, just kind of chilling. Yes. All right. So we got that. You know, we could try and make a mobile army with our next army, too. I was just thinking with Lorenzo Lupo. We'll see what he's designed for, that character, once we get him, because I'm not sure. All right, so those are down for the count, and this is going to be some Chaos Warriors with halberds, which are a little bit problematic, but I think we could probably smash them up. Those are... Yeah, is there anything else hiding around the city? Slaughter Guard are a bit of an issue. We could just come and snipe this Lord. It's honestly a great idea. Just use the... are those Chaos Warriors? Those are just of Khorne. Okay, great. So we could just snipe him out. Now, Piccolo can go in first. He's got 11,000 HP, so he's going to waddle through. And we can start the fighting in earnest here. So we're going to get in, let the good times roll. We're going to come snipe this character here. I think this guy does not have a bow, so he's like a melee combat dragon man, bear, pig thing. Any halberds nearby or anything with mass that can trap us in. We got to be careful about that. There are some chariots, but I think we can just go for it. Even if they come after us, we have the final transmutation and whatnot. So we're going to go get you guys in. Piccolo is going to use his tank to shoot at you. And yeah, we are attacking. I feel like a little bit nervous about this. We're going to go ahead and do a final transmutation just to try and send the message a little bit quicker. Yeah, because taking down the Lord here of the army would be very, very nice. Granted, we don't want to be losing all our big flying monsters early. That would suck pretty bad. But let's see if we can get that goon squad going. We're going to drop one more final transmutation. Really just need to drive the nail home first. All right, so let's get everybody in. You guys are partying, and we can... Oh, man, he's already getting really beat up. Yeah, I guess those are Exalted Bloodletters. They're no joke. So we're going to do that, and we can make him unbreakable if we want to. This Khorne character is looking pretty cooked, and we do get the Dwellers below, so now let's get a regrowth. And unfortunately, you are on fire. Let's get the Harry Potter back. Great. So the Khorne Lord should be down for the count. He's got 1 HP. I think he did the, I'm not going to die thing. Yeah, he's got it for another 5 seconds. All right, let's get back. We can drop a final transmutation here on this blob. You guys are going to come down this way. And the cannons can shoot. We can just put them in auto fire, so we'll just let them fire at will right now. And Piccolo and Borgio and the Meridian Priestess are doing their thing here. Great. Okay, so just get more Dwellers below, let the crossbows keep shooting, and you guys need to just keep waddling. And yeah, sometimes you can get back up in the sky if you hug a terrain piece like that, but yeah, it can be a little bit sketchy. All right, there we go, and you're going to get up here, and we now have the Griffins who can come down here and do their thing. Borgio, let's use his buff here. Piccolo can tell everybody to stand their ground. He oinks at them angrily. And yeah, the cannons are actually hitting some shit now, which is great. We have a ton of winds magic, so let's start doing some Earthbloods here. Piccolo eating a big shot right there, but regardless, we're taking pretty minimal casualties. And look at this, the Pavis crossbows, I love it. The Besiegers, yeah, the flavor win is great. All right, let's have you guys get shot, and we can take out the Volan's Venators and have them run down some of the units outside the city. The big blob fight's looking pretty nasty here. These Golden Lion units are no joke. Let's do the snare. Borgio can rally. Not that it's needed. And then Dwellers Blow. I think everything there is basically cooked, so I think we're just good. We could just let them blob up a little bit more. So who needs heals? Not too many people. The Tortoise tanks are so funny, dude. The dreaded Tortoise tank. I think one of the strongest ways to play this faction, though, is probably just like spamming these Golden Lion things. They're insanely expensive on upkeep, though. Like really, really pricey, so... I guess it's not something you do early. It's like kind of a late game. But yeah, the Golden Lions are really, really strong. I've noticed. Very powerful. All right. Cannons, we can move them up ever so slightly so they can get a little bit more of an angle here. The Volan's Venators, we can leave them here to hunt down routing units. And these are going to be the scary Khorne men. We cannot let Piccolo fall, so we're going to give him a big, big overcasted heal right now. And let's get this mercenary captain inside so we can start shooting. Those guys are going to get it. And yeah, the crumbling is underway. And we're not taking too much damage, all things considered. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty freaking good. So now we got some big scary halberds coming in. It is going to be the Slaughter Guard. They finally made their way down here, which is pretty funny. The Brigantes Besiegers, let's get them here to shoot the Slaughter Guard. And these Pavis crossbowmen, they can just kind of chill out in the back. We've gotten everybody up. Piccolo can shoot at the Slaughter Guard too. So let's shoot them with the cannon. And they have a ton of magic resist, obviously. Borgio can get in there. You know, they're pretty, he's pretty tanky. Do a breath attack right here on these guys. Soften them up a little bit. Yeah, there we are. Very nice. Very nice. And do we move in on the Slaughter Guard? Just like Alpha Strike them with everything? Yeah, I think we do. I think we have enough critical mass that we could just be like, come at me, bro, and give them the dirty. All right, Priestess is going to do all her things. Yes, yes, and yes. Great. Slaughter Guard should die in a couple seconds here. And the cannons, what can they shoot? Can't quite hit too much right now. Let's even get those Chaos Warriors. The Brigantes Besiegers, we need to keep our infantry healthy. in case we get caught in an open field fight. So that's why I'm mainly using single entities. But yeah, Lifecaster ended up being like the best decision we made this campaign. Like, so many of these fights would just not have been possible if we had any other Lord Magic, like, straight up. It would have been bad. All right, so that guy gets it. And, yeah, perfect. Let's get you guys back up. You guys are going to come over here, and we can start boinking down this gatehouse here. Meanwhile, the big flying Air Force. Still a lot of corn stuff, but mainly just kind of weaker shit, you know? We still have, how much Winds Magic left? We still have 74, so that's enough for 19. Okay, we can get a handful of more of those going here in a minute. Okay. So let's boink down the gatehouse here. Let's get the mercenary captain over here with his long pistol thing. And you guys, the cannons, the classic line of sight. Should have had him in guard mode, but not the end of the world. All right, is that almost down? It looks like there's a tower over here shooting at us. Perfect. We can go get our flying Air Force to deal with that. Meanwhile, we now have some Knights of the Brazen Throne. Just like every good corn unit is here. Just all the boys are here to party. All right, they'll get dragged down, though. We can take the Griffins to go help out here, and we can put the Dragon in Group 5, and he can go solo that tower. It'll take a little longer, but that's what we should use the cannons for, too, if they can get line of sight. Let's see if they can. Put them in guard mode here. And you guys need to get the hell out of the city. Nope, we don't want any of that smoke right there. I don't know why they were even coming in the city in the first place. It's because I had them in a control group here. So we're going to de-group you guys, and we're just going to run you back there. Great, so we're fighting the big scaries. They're going to get chewed up pretty good. The bloodletters ended up coming the right way. And what are you guys doing? Oh my god, get out of the frickin' city. And yeah, the cannons need to be much deeper set for that to work. All right, fast forward here. Looking fine. Those guys are going to get ground to dust. And now we got more halberds coming out, which we can just pile in and fight with everybody. So let's pile in and fight them. And the Harry Potter is getting a little bit chewed up. I did blunder him there. Ay, those halberds hurt, man. I must have some upgrades. So let's do that. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to burn an Earthblood here, maybe. I don't know. All right, so here comes the beasts. Good. The halberds are getting chewed. Everybody else is kind of chilling out. The Dragon Lord guy has taken down the tower successfully. So let's get him back and across. And then you guys can go here. Let's get our Jade Wizard to come over this way. And yeah, you guys just keep moving around in your evil Death Star. Okay, let's go Golden Lions. Come on, Piccolo. And Memoridia Priestess, you need to go there too. All right, so we're going to put you in a little separate control there. Borgio can use Rally. Not that it really is useful at all here. Yes, and then we can use the Roaring abilities, which will lower leadership. Help us break them a little bit quicker. And we can probably do another Dweller's Blow right here. Just butter them up. Very nice. And great, so that's going to be another blob taken care of here. Borgio has insane stats, by the way. He's got like 160 armor. So even when he's exhausted, his armor is still 120. So very much like just a tanky bro, you know? Very much a tanky bro. Okay, looking fine. You're going to turn about face and shoot at what you can. Those guys are about to get it. And I don't know if they're going to get army loss soon, but yeah, probably pretty soon. Pretty freaking soon. We can wheel about here. So let's actually just get all you guys and just group them together to be really mouth-breathing right now. Perfect. Let's attack this wall here. You're going to keep shooting your shotgun. The cannons, let's set them up there. All the pike and shot units, they were very injured from those field battles. So, yeah, we've mainly been... the amount of AoEs we have, like 3 bound final transmutations, is pretty cracked. All right. Looks like some of the boys are coming through the gatehouse here. We've almost got the walls down, and we have some halberds over here now. So let's get everybody in group 2. Head over that way and just kind of swarm. All right, so that halberd unit's going to get smashed. Scarbrand was probably the hardest fight we had of the Khorne armies, but Lightning Strike is like really, man, the fact that Borgio had that, I neglected its importance. I didn't respect its game, you know, that's for sure. All right, so those guys get folded. Probably army losses soon. We have enough for 2 more Overcasted Dwellers and an Earthblood, which should be enough. And let's move up this way now. Okay, so the boys are moving. Let's go get on some of these chariots right there. So everyone's going to fly on over there. The cannons are shooting a little something. Chariot's going to die in a matter of seconds. Yes, perfect. And that is going to be army losses. All right, guys. The corn wars continue with the corn and the cheese. All of it, man. Borgio, he's the general. He's the besieger, dude. Known for his lightning strikes, all right? See on the battlefield or the campaign map, I should say. The heroic victory. We lost 2 units. Hell yeah, dude. That's how you do it. I think we maybe lost like a crossbowman or something. Like 1 or 2 when we walked into the gatehouse there, but... yeah, that's how you do it. Siege battles are way easier than open field. I mean, not always. It depends on the army comp you have. You know, when you have like a flying goon squad like we do, as well as artillery, it just makes it very easy. If you have like mortar type artillery too, like bombard, like man, like chaos dwarves and sieges, so cheesy. Holy shit. You could just sit outside with your shriekers and your dreadquakes and just like, the cities can do nothing. It's just, I guess that's how a siege would go anyways with that type of equipment, but it would obviously sally out under those circumstances. All right, so perfect. Now we can go ahead and occupy this.
Sir?
The Black Tower of Arkan is here. No cool, unique landmarks for us. We can work on control in the province. Income building is nice. And Borgio, we now have this army here. Ogre Blade, campaign movement, all right. And can we reach you? Yeah, they're in March stance. I'm pretty sure we get reinforced with Borgio, but we'll find out. Let's go down here, and we have the Vicious, which is charge bonus, the Slippery, melee defense, and the Bloodiest. Okay, so it's based on the experience of your units. That's so cool. Yeah, so Borgio's army is going to get a ton of different stats. I feel like we've been on turn 44 for a long-ass time. Okay, so the Black Tower of Arkan's coming up. We can upgrade the Pottery Barn. Harry Potter here. He's been doing good for us, man. He's been doing very, very good. Now, might as well just get these spells now. Yeah, might as well. Pigolo, the diplomat, the man. I'm going to craft him some gear. I didn't. For some reason, I really thought you couldn't. But research rate is going to be augmented, and you can get tenacity. Man, the amount of experience we're getting from these armies is just absolutely bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. Blade Master, and we can do, yeah, melee defense. Always a welcome stat. All right, so the question is, we have another Khorne army here. I don't think Ugo could beat that. His army is chaff. It's like, we could recruit some RORs and maybe take it on, but that army is there too. If we fall back to the Pools of Despair, we have a bit of a garrison.
Your orders? The nation calls.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we can move Borgio out and then take the auto with the two armies. The 2-on-1, which should be pretty doable. We'll fight it if we have to. If we have to fight a big fight, I will. This has been quite a sequence of events here. Yes, and Borgio then calls for reinforcements. We lose the garrison. Do we lose anything in the main army? We lose one pikeman, but he needs to be replaced anyways with something stronger. He is pretty veteran. The Banner of Speed. Yeah, the Banner of Speed can be assigned to, I don't know, this army. He can get the, no, he had the banner of what, the leadership banner? Yeah, so he's a leadership banner. Banner of Speed can just be on some random unit. Okay, so I think this is an auto. You guys have probably seen enough Khorne karate chopping for now. We need to get some better, more elite units anyways, and we can also get the RORs for Borgio, which is very thematic. It's very fun. So, yep, and then you're going to hunt down this last army here. This guy's been great, though. This mercenary general guy, he's been a pimp, you know. All right. Upkeep for, yeah, it's not a bad one. For him, we were getting the blue tree, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, we'll go down blue tree for him and continue that way. Outstanding, and we're going to need to do the hirelings, too. Okay, so now that we got a bunch of money, we can go ahead and do the wizard's contract, because we need a wizard for our other army, so we're going to do that. Request the hirelings, and then we should be able to get them anywhere, if I'm not mistaken. Hireling wizard, yes. And honestly, I'm kind of addicted to Lore of Life now. Although, what other lores could be good? Discipline is always nice. That army isn't as dependent on healing, so maybe like a DPS wizard would be slightly stronger. Regal, metal is good. Final, you guys have seen how devastating Final Transmutation could be. Monster Tracker, yeah. Knowledgeable, it's an old one, but it checks out. Disciplined, fire magic against Khorne. Discipline is always good. I'm a discipline enjoyer. Noble is also really amazing, though, when you start spamming characters. Yeah, let's just get the Noble Heavens Caster. I'm down for some Comets of Cassandora. That's going to be sweet, so let's go ahead and get some Wind Blast action. All right, so he's there, and he's going to go join Ugo's army, and Borgio can then get his level ups. The Khorne Wars. They are indeed the Khorne Wars. All right, I think we got everything here. Stand your ground's all right. We can grab that. And the wizard. All right, so what's going to be next on the docket? Let's just get Flesh to Stone pimped out. These Khorne armies are just giving so much experience. Piccolo jump scares me every time when I click on him. Go! Ah, Piccolo. Tradable resources faction-wide. He has most of his oinking stuff, right? Yeah. Let's get the reload time for him. That's pretty freaking good. And then for you, we can get the powder stuff. All right, and this is going to be our Camp Mercenary General. He is just kind of anti-corruption. I really like that tech for the mercenary camp, actually. And then we have the Priestess of Myrmidia. Or is it, how do you say it? Myrmidia? Myrmidia. I've been saying that wrong for the entire campaign. I bet you a lot of you guys are just like, yeah, annoyed by that. My apologies. My apologies. It's hard to multitask sometimes, especially as you get a little bit older here. All right, so this should be an auto, right? Yeah. Okay, so we fought the Khorne Wars pretty hard. We'll take the money. And the mercenary general has leveled up. So we can go ahead and get leader of renown. Great. And now we got, whoa, 5% chance to gain a unique trait when are present. Regeneration, okay, does Piccolo get regeneration, frenzy, and death blow? That sounds like a pretty good weapon for Borgio, but he already has his Mace of Might, which is good, yeah. And then you have the Sword of Bloodshed. The Destroyer of Eternities is really nice. Piccolo, we could give him the Doomsinger, which is hilarious. I'm just going to give that to him for regeneration's sake. And then what else can we equip him with? I don't know why I was like crazy thinking you couldn't like give him gear, but yeah, Piccolo can get some armor too. So we'll go ahead and craft some dank armor for Piccolo eventually. Oh my god, okay. So Corrin has been really dealt a pretty brutal blow here. And now we can get back to some quicker turns, that's for sure. Recruit rank for all forces in the vicinity, which is actually quite nice. We can work on the companies, trying to get up to the fancier units. And what else can we get here? Casualty replan of the region isn't bad. Yeah, I like kind of getting our camp going. It's fun. So we have the Acropolis. Let's get the growth building. We don't care about the gatehouse. Gavenblight is chilling. Over here, we are good. And Pyrus, we can update the walls, but let's just get the port settlements upgraded. And I think that is a good way to spend all of our money. And this character can now jump back into Ugo's army. Yeah, he's pretty good little character there. And we can combine some stuff once we get the mages in. And then Lorenzo Lupo will form an army in the north. Oh my god, okay, I can take a breath. That was something. That was something. All right, guys, see you in the next turn. And Corrin is definitely going to start getting steamrolled now. They're going to lose a lot of territories. Borgio is just going to be auto-resolve karate chopping like down the line here. And as far as like moving into the other Corn lands, I know you're fighting Corn, but he's probably just getting bullied. Although, it looks like Corn isn't really attacking him too much. All right, guys, that's it. See you in the next turn. Okay, so the next turn is upon us. The Doodles of Mass Destruction. Now, yeah, weaponized fireworks. Oh, sick. All right, what is it? Mortar explosion radius as well? Okay, for mortars and artillery in general gets buffed. And do we have the fancy artillery building in the capital? No, we need to be the next year to get that anyways. But yeah, we can get mortars. See how that does. Yeah, so we got the tortoise tanks, which will be fun for sure. Black Tower of Arkan, we can get a little bit of control. So Borgio, let's cancel that. I think he's going to need to do some proper besieging here. So we can get another crossbow unit, which is nice. And then we can get, we can have any more of those pikeman formations. It looks like most of them are on cooldown right now. Okay. So I don't want to let Corn build up here. They've got a bit of an army at the Black Pyramid of Nagash, but that should be an easy fight, honestly. You guys have seen how strong this army is. Elsewhere, I'd like to cut them out of the south, and that will, I would imagine Corn's made a shit ton of enemies. They're really only fighting me and one other faction? Jeez Louise. He's got 14 settlements left. Yeah, so quite a few, but that is one way we can get it done. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to march you down here through these lands. Yes. And how far can this guy reach? He can reach pretty far, so we're going to come right over here. Perfect. And then we can go ahead and combine some of these half pikes. Combine some of you guys. Outstanding. Let's get the Harry Potter in this army. So now we have a wizard at least. And then we have a new mercenary character who we can go ahead and disband. Disband both you guys, actually. And then we can do a little bit more recruiting. It's cool that we have the camp there. So we could like recruit from the camp right now, right? Yeah, isn't that sick? Get another crossbowman, get a billman. We can get a paymaster's wagon, but they're expensive. And yeah, soon we're going to get some more good stuff. So Borgio time. It's Borgian time. The Crowmen of Katraza. We could get some of the mercenary companies of renown, although what do we want to get? The Prince's Own are a great weapon unit, and they have, okay, in her name, leadership. Okay, so it's a leadership-based effect. We have the Sons of Strigos, we have the Runners, and we have the Organ Gun. These guys are like a tanky melee unit, and then we have another fancy one there. And these are the Veteran Owls, just ROR archer units, which we're not too eager to get going. Can we spam the Southern Realms thing, or can we only use it once? Yeah, we can actually. Marienburg hates us, but we get Empire Relations. Lord Recruit rank, which we can do when we get Lupio, I'm guessing. Okay, looks like you can only do those once. But the Great Patronage is going to be nice. Research rate times 20 is really, really good. All right, so next up, we recruit these cool Knights of the Forlorn. If we fight a battle, I'll make sure to show you guys. They're like like armored horse archers. Oh my god, look at the stats on them. Jeez, their stats are sauced. I mean, Piccolo, Borgio, between the two of those guys, man, we get some really nasty stat increases. All right, let's go see what this shit looks like. Should be an easy one. Yeah, I mean, their army's raggedy as hell. So we're gonna auto that. We don't lose anything. We do take some casualties, and I could sack it, but you know, we want to keep this Pyramid of Nagash nice and sauced here. So we're gonna get rid of that. Oh, we have a unique landmark, the Vault of Nagash. Cool. Some vampiric corruption. Hell yeah, it's an option. Landed estate is growth. We probably want to get some walls so like errant corn armies don't just come and troll it.
So
Piccolo needs some armor crafted, so we're gonna go to weaponry and armor. So we're gonna go all the way down here. We need 4,000 to craft him this dank armor. Okay, so Piccolo will get that. You can cancel the pottery maker. Piccolo must have his armor, guys, and Lorenzo Lupo will be like in a couple turns. Yeah, so Piccolo, what do we want to make him? Armor Meteoric Iron's pretty freaking good, actually. Vanguard deployment, Piccolo, and he gets stock. Oh, that's so funny. All right, let's just make him the Meteoric Iron there, though. Yeah, it's going to be fine. All right, Big Dog's going to get that, so let's give him this. So now he's got some ward save and is ready to pig it up. He's ready to go full hog. And Oink is charge bonus when recovery time, and that's going to be melee defense plus 10, so let's just get that. Cool. Borgio is coming along nicely. His red tree is mostly all set. We can invest in his own combat tree now if we want to. I don't know if it's really worth it, though. Mentor is always good, yeah. Share some experience and stuff. Oh, wow, we had more points. We had more points. Death by Mercenaries, most serene. We could do the leadership penalty to nearby units, but Lord Upkeep, -6 leadership will help us break things open. Trade faction-wide is always good. Although we're not trading with too many people at the moment, but yeah. I think just going for the trade is going to be nice.
What brings you here?
I think we're getting pretty close to putting this guy on like auto skill points, so I don't need to manage this because he's going to have everything. They're going to be max level.
You require magic?
And I'm never going to say this right, by the way. Meridia, something like that. Jeez Louise. All right, let's get the missile resist. And then for the mercenary general, Chad, he is all set. All right, cool. So that is good. This army is going to be taking El Khalibad. That will complete that province. We do get the Executioner's Axe, which is a pretty good little item. Piccolo the Executioner, but we can give it to this guy. He could use some good stuff. All right, so let's give you that. Anything else we want to give you? Not really. All right, cool. So he's got a useful item at least. So if he wants to fight in melee, he has the Execute. All right. The Mortis Delta is secured, and in the Mortis Delta, we're going to want to do probably control. Yeah, and get rid of the corruption, which Borgio should be able to get rid of fairly quickly. And the Doodles of Mass Destruction will be ready next turn with the explosive ammo. And I will do my best, this damn pottery barn, to give you guys a fight and show that. It might be the next episode, but we'll see. We'll try in this episode too. And how long until we get the Acropolis? The Lucchini Acropolis is still 4 turns away, so yeah, it's a ways off till we get the big dog. Should be fun though. So, okay, we have the crossbow. So let's see what that looks like. Okay, fireworks. So it lowers accuracy, speed, and melee attack, and it has an explosion effect. Wow, that's so good.
Ready.
And that is all these guys? Dude, all my janky crossbows are just like absolute giga chads now. This is super fun. Let's get the flash bomb. Very good ability. And yep, you're going to come down and get El Khalibad. Should be an easy victory for your jank stack here, which is, he's been good. I mean, we give him some grief, but he's been a solid commander this campaign, you know? His first predecessor didn't have the best run due to my poor positioning, but this guy's, he's had a little bit of a longer lifespan here. All right, so the Black Tower of Arkin. Is it worth leveling, or do we focus on Skaven Blight and do this? Here, yeah, nothing needs to be done here, really. Magritta can be leveled up. I think that's good, so we can get the Ironworks. And then nothing there. Okay. So Borgio has pretty insane casualty replan. Hemry is it actually abandoned? It is. Wow. Okay. So Corn didn't quite get over here. The walls are being built. We can do the control just to make sure we don't lose anything there. And Big Man is, yeah, the attrition is annoying here. We're going to let the camp continue growing, I think. So that is for replenishment. This is going to be hero or recruitment capacity. That's going to be for half pikes. Yeah, let's just leave the camp here for now. Upkeep for forces in the circle. I like that leadership. What is it? -8 leadership? So you could stack this with Borgio and have like negative, and Piccolo and have like -20 leadership in the region. That's actually kind of a cool combo. If you're doing like a really long campaign, or again, if you had previous knowledge of this campaign, that could be pretty freaking good. All right, let's do that. Yep, that's going to increase the recruit rank, and you, my friend, can head down and in camp stance. So Khorne has all 4 of these territories. Yeah, 2 separate ones, and then Kasabar over here. Okay, they're gonna most likely come in from the north with a reinforced army. So I need to figure out how we're gonna do this. So let's go and do move out, except for some attrition, which is great. You gotta love the Blood God. And I don't fear Khorne armies right now. I assume they're pretty much dead in the water at the moment. Let's get replenished troops. So we could just kind of advance on happily here, I think. And we could start marshaling another army, which probably is a good idea, actually, instead of upgrading this. And we could just get a dude and replace him with Lorenzo Lupo. But strategies, we have some strategies that we can enact. Marienburg, and that just gives us growth in general. Character experience gain per turn. Hero chance. I really want to get this one for the research rate. So I think we'll just save our money, actually. Yeah, we can skip out on this. And we will start marshaling another army very, very soon. So let's go ahead and do the control. Up in the north, all is kosher, basically. Yeah, so we finished that, so now we can do Tilean supremacy. So we're about to get real steroided. Military alliance, confederation is nowhere in sight. Do we have any more trade we can do? Yeah, the elves will trade with us. That's nice. All right, we'll do a little bit of trading there. That'll buffer our economy even more. And we have some unassigned skill points on the boys. This is going to be our mercenary camp general. Cleanse that corruption for me, buddy. Cleanse that corruption. All right, guys. Progress is progress, and we'll see you in the next turn. All right, so crossbow, let's see what the range is now. It very much reminds me of Thoric's campaign. Wow. 212 range on those crossbows, pretty savage. Okay, so you, homie, you can't reach this city yet. Khorne has not yet mustered an army in the north, and we were going to do a strategy. Just even though it's not the most optimal play, it's going to be sweet. So construction costs for buildings, too. It's nice. Oh, what are we missing? Marble? Marble. Oh, you damn gremlins. I was trading with him and then he took it. How strong are these guys? How strong are you, buddy? You got some strength? I guess I haven't met him yet. So it looks like my friend here is not having a good time. He likes us now, though, because we're beating up Khorne. So you can see he's forgiving the Rapun's trespasses. If he gets smashed more by the goblins, that'd be a good opportunity to actually confederate him. So I'm slightly nervous about sending Borgio north when Khorne's main, core faction is up here, but I think we can beeline it back if we have to, right? We absolutely can. All right, so other strategies that we want to employ. Character experience gain, income from raiding. We lose control. Wins magic, high elves, and that one also gives us research rate. That's pretty good. Let's kind of speed that along right there. So yeah, let's do that. And but I don't want dwarves to dislike me since I have them as neighbors. And unit recruit rank for all units, and 50 per turn for all units. Okay, that's pretty good. So we can enact that once we get a little bit of iron at Magrita, which should be not too far. And it's actually 4 turns, well, so it's still a ways off there. We have any other unique buildings in the region? Yeah, the arts workshops and then the steel works. Recruit rank for heavy units, okay. So everything's fine here. We can upgrade the Haggard's Skaven Blight to its next tier. It'll get there eventually.
Yes, my lord.
And we can get the half pikes here. I'm trying to think what we can recruit. Yeah, we can only get the basic pikemen here for now. How far are we? Yeah, it looks like in 1 turn we're going to be able to upgrade that. So then we can get some proper units. Yeah, the Pavis crossbowmen are very nice. So we'll keep working towards those. So Borgio is basically just going to come down and squash this. So he's going to go out and we're going to get Bagar. Kind of want to get another army quickly and maybe go colonize Hemry and the Springs of Eternal Life. Yeah, look at that. We barely take any damage even on these. Okay, so that's ours. Let's get the diamonds and we can cut that, get some growth buildings. And then you, are you going to be the Warden of the North, making sure no scary Khorne champions come? Borgio could solo, but it's so much quicker if he comes down here. Let's move out this way. Right up to the border, and then we can go in and camp stance and move a little bit further. Great and great. All right.
What?
I think that's fine. Tilean supremacy is here. So now we can do some other stuff. Corruption is nice. The Doodle's of mass destruction. Cranking it up, we need a siege workshop, and then the saucer. Okay, so it just really buffs up your tanks. The trade is not terrible. Dwarven allies is cool. Local steel. Recruit the veterans. Recruit rank for all units is probably a little bit better. Unfazed survivors. Immune to psychology for all lords. Mercenary host. Casualty. Global recruit capacity is actually nice. Yeah, I think we index into that right now. And Paymaster's Wagon's getting restock, though. Damn, dude. That's so good. And how many charges? We get 2 charges of it. And then we get militia reforms. Armor for infantry units. Man, that's tough. I think we do that. Restock is so valuable. Although, is it really? No. Let's go for the global. A little bit tough to decide there. All right. Piccolo, Connoisseur, magic item drop chance. Yes. Piccolo will get all the good loot. And he will enjoy it. Wind Blast on you. And do we have anything else we want to do? All right, Sartosa has leveled up. Yes. So do we have any other unique buildings here? We do. We have the Smithy's Tavern. We can't get that one yet. So nothing really to grab at Sartosa at the moment, although we could just get like an income building if we can afford it. We can't really afford much. Okay. So we're just going to get that later on, guys, and we'll see you in the next turn. Okay, so first things first, we are on our new turn here. Let's go ahead and get Suddenburg. Yeah, we don't have a siege attacker in that army. That's kind of sad. If I was closer by, I could have recruited an ROR artillery piece, but that's fine. Kind of screwed that one up a little bit, but it's okay. So we can get the control building in that region, and then Borgio, what can he reach? Wow, Korn has just got their talons in everything right now, and Antok is down here. I would assume, can I reach this city? We actually probably can, so I think, what's the fear? Right? Like, what are we actually afraid of? The Black Tower of Arkan, I could recruit a lord. A merchant prince is kind of cool. You know what? I'm going to switch him. But, do we want to do any strategies for, like, unit recruit rank? I think that's always pretty freaking good on this faction. So we could do a strategy for unit recruit rank. So unit experienced, +2 for all units recruited, for all unit recruits. And lord recruit rank, but it's +30% cost. Oh, it's a lot. I don't know if I care that much about that. I think I'm just going to go ahead and start on a new army here anyways. So we're going to go ahead and recruit a lord. And I just want to do the merchant prince so I can look at his tech tree with you guys. Yeah, we'll just get a discipline one. It's fine. So let's look. So he's got Mercenaries of Tilea, Captains of Venture for the mercenary captains. Yeah, so he's got a similar tree. So you can really spam the arts promoter and get like instant tech with this faction. And yeah, it looks like he's got like a lot of the same stuff. You can dedicate him. He's got that cool tree. So Captain's Adventure, Art Promoter. That's going to put our tech down to a pretty quick amount. He looks very cool. He's got mad style for sure. All right. So locally, what can we recruit? Are you? Oh, it's in the wrong region. Damn it.
Yes, my lord.
God damn it, Bobby. All right. So for starters, we could do a global. We have a lot of stuff we could recruit. We can get the. Probably just want to get Pavis crossbows. Honestly, but I think what we'll do is we'll just move him next turn and start on it. Yeah, I screwed up a little bit, but I thought the Black Tower of Arkan was in that same province, but it was not. So get wrecked, dude. Outplayed, outsmarted. All right, let's get you. And do we need anything else in the region? I don't think so. I always like to invest in the homeland a little bit more before I invest over there. Tabaro, we can get Tabaro there, so we can get that fully sauce. Is that even worth it? I don't think so. Pools of Despair. And we have all these like mountain regions, man. We got like so much going on. All right, you're going here. Public order is a little bit shady there, so I think we can invest in that. And now I think we charge over here and see what's going on at Kasabar. All right, auto-resolve. Yes, give me your goodies. I will take it. And we do have the cattle there. Let's go ahead and get the walls. He's besieging all right. Potion of Toughness, not a bad little item. Piglet can have that. I think it's an enchanted item, right? I can't remember what the Potion of Toughness is. Or the Potion of Healing. Let's find it somewhere around here. Biting Blade, salvage that for a little bit of dough. And it's an enchanted item. Nice. Piglet's got some heals now. He's ready to party. The boss hog. All right, Borgio. What are we doing? I think we're just hammering the blue tree right now. He doesn't need to be much of a fighter in this campaign, you know? He can do other things. Let's get the tradable goods. Harry Potter here is about done. He's literally just not going to have any more levels soon. Conviction, Wild-Eyed, Tenacity, Augury, Character Leadership Effect, sure. Now we get all the janky stuff, right? That doesn't matter too much. Hard to hit. And great. All right, so we will start recruiting soon. Is there anything we can do globally in one turn? The Black Tower of Arkan gives us half pikes, which are all right. We could get a couple light scouts. Billmen are also a cool unit. They have good AP too. Yeah, let's get a couple Billmen there. We'll just grab one for starters. They can be part of our janky front line. This isn't going to be like a great quality army, although we kind of want to see what Lorenzo Lupo does first. Yeah, we're going to get him next turn. Okay, so that's fine. That is all good. And then you are going to head down to the plane of Tuskers here, although, no, we haven't gotten Suddenburg yet. Curse the Baggins. All right, we'll get that next turn. Homie's got to level up. Let's give him the always ready for the ammunition. And that is it for the turn. There's some tree people who are like, what's up, dog? You've been beating up my enemy corn here, which is great. And yeah, I'll be friends with Orient's camp. Let's go, man. I remember the Wood Elf campaign pretty fondly when they first updated. Expanding the network, diplomatic relations, Lord recruit rank. That should apply to our Lord we're about to recruit, right? Yeah. So we're going to do this. And we should have the fortified Acropolis. Usually what I've learned is it takes one turn after you complete it to go through. So yeah, so we're going to just wait out on that. So for now we can go over... Yeah, it says the Black Tower of Arkan's camp, right? I think I was just looking at something wrong, but anyways. Yeah, because we have the cracked land, the black... Oh, okay, we do have the camp here. I'm just an idiot. Okay, but we don't have the Pavis crossbows. That's why I wasn't too excited about that. This is not quite ready to be leveled up yet. It's 4,500. We need 2 population surplus. Yeah, so a couple more turns on that. All right. Recruitment. So at the Black Tower camp, we could get some powder units. We could also get some basic crossbows, which are going to be very nice. Get a couple of these guys. And Borgio is going to continue karate chopping corn. Now, corn may get a presence down here. Let's auto-resolve that. Yeah, no sense in fighting that fight. We will occupy that, Suddenburg. And it comes with the Corruption Shrine. That's actually quite fortuitous. That is good. Blue Tree. Quartermaster. Help the economy out. Mercenary Captain Man. Shooting. And then for you, let's go ahead and get Wind Blast. And last but not least, we can get the shooting. All right. So that army's ready to go. And progress is progress, man. I'll probably go through the ancillary soon, too. I'm going to need to do a little bit of housekeeping on that. So he's recruiting a new army. It's going to be kind of low tier, but not a big deal. Let's get the trade goods. Let's get the trade goods sauced up. Help the economy wherever we can. In Sartosa, we can get an income building there. And our new Skaven Blight is looking all right, too. So we can get now some agreements from the Dowie, who are at war with the Elves, which is unfortunate. What do they not like about us? Ah, the treaties. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, worst case, I mean, we could smash them pretty easily, I would imagine. Borgio could magically teleport home. So we have this and Numis. Suddenburg is ours. I feel like I should finish the job down here. Corn, we will probably be able to intercept with a elite army. All right, let's go in camp stance. We're going to go there. Yeah, Antok is going to be ours, and the Plain of Tuskers will be ours next turn. All right, anything we want to get here? The Broken Lances are cute. I don't know. Yeah, we can get the Casualty Replan. This is the one for the recruit rank. So that will increase the recruit rank of all units being recruited in that sphere of influence, which includes its army, so that's reasonably useful. All right. Aside from that, Noble Commander, hold the line. I mean, yeah, he's kind of just chilling. Commander of Fortune. Gives him more upkeep, but it's fine. Doesn't matter too much. All right, guys. Diamonds. And the next turn is upon us, and then we'll figure out where we're going from there.
Greetings.
All right, so we got Thorek Ironbrow down here. Making new friends, yeah, he's just going to pay me. Sure, buddy. Let's do it. Yeah, I love it. Let's help each other out. You know, I'm removing a giant pest from the campaign map. Somebody who probably would have painted the map red if it was just an AI simulation. So it's good that he's being dealt with because, man, corn armies have disgusting auto-resolve. They really do. Okay, so here we're going to go down to Antok and karate chop that. So good night, Dovidzenia. We'll see you on the other side. We're going to occupy that. Antok can go ahead and just get a little income building, which is going to be fine. And then we can come down to the Plain of Tuskers, and we will auto-resolve that. Okay, so we fought very hard in the beginning to get these benefits. And now we do. And now we should be able to get the big man. So let's go to him. Replace Lord with, we need to unlock him first, I guess. So that will... we'll spawn nearby Lucchini with a small army. Oh, no shit. Okay. Cool. Lorenzo Lupo. All right. Awesome, man. Let's see what he looks like. So he spawns at level 19 with... holy shit. Oh, I love that. So, like, yeah, he's got all sorts of epic gear. He has no talisman. We'll craft him one. Dude, he looks awesome, bro. He looks freaking so cool. character, Rally. He's got a sword with fire and then a shield of Myrmidia. Okay. So ancillaries for the homeboy. We have a lot of ancillaries to shop around. Yeah, we can give him a tradesman. Scribes are always welcome. Pit fighter. Yeah, militiaman is good. And we're going to have to look at his tech tree. Jeez Louise. Okay. So mighty runner, mighty wrestler, mighty gladiator, mighty strongman, mighty rower. So he's more of like a individualistic character. The best money can buy. So armor, and then enables flaming attacks and fighting against vampires and tomb kings. Weapon strength for duelist, pikemen, Republican guard, and cavalry units as well. And stimulate trade, and you can obviously dedicate him to one of the deities, which for him, regeneration is just always so freaking good with Tilea, so I think we're going to do that. And then we can make his army like very cool and elite since we're very wealthy. So yeah, we want to get those awesome pikemen. The ancient city, control, stimulate trade commandments in local province, not super useful. Noble commander is going to be heavy cav and aristocratic units, and then the mercenaries of Tilea is missile strength for crossbows, melee defense for pikes, and does it help any of our elite units? Yeah, the noble one will help, I think, the Republican guard units. The more fancy stuff. Yeah, armor piercing for heavy cav and aristocratic units, melee defense, and for heavy cav and okay, so Prince's Own. The crossbows are just so good on this faction, though, that I think we need to go for the mercenaries of Tilea. Root Marcher, Exemplary Warrior. I think we got to get some of this stuff. You know, unit mass, wound recovery time. So Gladiator, Strongman. Yeah, we got to get some of the flavor stuff. And that gives him Mighty Wrestler, Mighty Runner, and yes. So let's go ahead and get Battlefield Trajectories. And then we can do 6 and Stones for Great Open, Spears, Pikes, Halberd, and Lance units. Great. All right, so Big Dog is ready. And what do we have in terms of the infrastructure here? I don't think, yeah, the Republican Guard are on the other side. So we're going to side grade over to that. Yes. And in the meantime, he can just start recruiting. So we got some money. Let's get some cannons for his army. Dude, awesome. And then he can march over and attack Khorne from here and or push out the goblins. I'm so happy we get to use this cool character. Super fun. And then we can start recruiting the Republican Guard units too. All right, guys. Good progress, man. I mean, we're getting pretty far along here. Wow, very close to ending the campaign, actually. So this might be a bit of a shorter campaign. I will make sure to end on like it with some epic fights. I think we need, maybe we'll go a little bit longer too and have like a goal that's a little bit separate, like to eliminate someone. But I want to get a fight showing you guys the fancy crossbows. So I think we will probably be able to end it next time. We'll make sure finishing off Khorne will be a goal. So Khorne has to go. They still have 7 territories. And then also I will get you guys a fight with Lorenzo Lupo and his army. And yeah, we can do that. So let's go ahead and get some Pavis crossbows in the army too, do a little bit of global recruitment there. And Homie is about ready to recruit some stuff too. Okay, so we're going to have a whole bunch of armies, guys. We're going to be rich. And we got the Tortoise tank in the army. Is there anything I haven't shown you guys? Yeah, some of the elite units. So we'll definitely get some of those fancy boys, which will be coming with this here in a minute. Yeah, should be fun. All right, guys, thank you for joining. Fun stuff, man. Man, we really are starting to steamroll right now, though. And the Lizardmen, I would imagine, are going to like us a lot because we've been bashing Khorne. So there is that. All right, lads, see you around. Thank you so much for joining. And we're going to get some cool battles next episode. We're going to march north with Borgio. We're going to find Scarbrand. Where's Omni-Man? We're going to find him. We're going to use our explosive crossbows. And that's going to be freaking sweet. And then we'll go get our boy over here, which I think we actually have wizard recruitment still. Yeah, hireling wizard. So we should cancel something we're building somewhere. I know we were up to no good. So we're going to go ahead and cancel this. And then he can cancel one of his Pavis recruitments. We need to get a hireling wizard. And since he's such a Chad, we need to get somebody to heal him. And honestly, yeah. That's fine. It's not the best trait, but it'll do pig. So we're going to do that. Scouting, and he's going to need a healer for his army. Okay. So yes, we will smash Khorne in the next episode. Lorenzo Lupo will come across with a pretty elite army, actually. It's going to be a pikeman army, including the new Republican Guard units. And he will march across and do his job as well. So it should be very epic indeed, guys. All right. Thank you for joining. we're actually done now. See you on the next side, and make sure to drop a like if you guys are enjoying this sweaty Southern Realms action.